हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रेंड्स। ए वीडियो रे हमें जानिबा एसएमसी रो कार्यकाल 2020 मसिया रे परिसमाप्ति घटुची, किंतु ए लॉकडाउन जोगु सेही कार्यकाल को वृद्धि करबा निमंते ओसेपार लेटर आसीची। तेबे ए लेटर को जानिबा तो सहित व्हाट इज एसएमसी कौन, एसएमसी रे क्यों माने सदस्य रहिबे, एसएमसी रो गठन प्रक्रिया तो सहित तार कार्यकलाप सब डिटेल जानिबा ए वीडियो रे। तेबे प्रथमे आमे जानि नबा एक्सटेंशन ऊपर जे लेटर टी अछि ओसेपा देखंतु लेटर करिछि टू ऑल डीओ डीपीसी व्यूज मानकु सब्जेक्ट हला एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द टेन्योर ऑफ द एसएमसी। आमे जानू एसएमसी रो कार्यकाल 3 वर्ष। एसएमसी फॉर्मेशन डेट रु तारीख रु तेबे 2020 रे एसएमसी रो कार्यकाल परिसमाप्ति घटिछि, किंतु तार एक्सटेंशन बा वृद्धि निमंते लेटर टी आसीछि। देखंतु मैडम सर, इनवाइटिंग रेफरेंस टू द लेटर एंड सब्जेक्ट cited above, I am to say that in view of this situation the concerned DOs are authorized to extend the tenure of the SMC। निज निज डिस्ट्रिक्ट एजुकेशन ऑफिसर माने ऑथराइज्ड पावर पाइछंती से माने एसएमसी रो कार्यकाल वृद्धि करिबा निमंते केते समय पर्यंत से माने एक्सटेंड करि पारबे टिल 31 मार्च 2021। 31 मार्च 2021 पर्यंत डीओज माने एई एसएमसी रो कार्यकाल को वृद्धि कराई पारिबे। ताहा द एक्सटेंशन शुड बी डन विथ ड्यू अप्रूवल ऑफ कलेक्टर कम चेयरपर्सन समग्र शिक्षा। कलेक्टर को अप्रूवल द्वारा ताहा कराइबे डीओज माने। योर्स फेथफुली देखंतु स्टेट प्रोजेक्ट डायरेक्टर को। तेबे आसंतु ए 2018 रे जो गाइडलाइन अछि एसएमसी फॉर्मेशन ड्यूटीज सबु ताहा हमें जानि नबा। देखंतु एई नोटिफिकेशन टी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ओडिशा डिपार्टमेंट स्कूल एंड मास एजुकेशन नंबर थिला 767 11 जनवरी 2011 रो इट लेटर टी गाइडलाइंस फॉर कंपोजिशन फंक्शन ऑफ स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी इन एलिमेंटरी स्कूल। ओके, एई 2011 रे एटा प्रथम नोटिफिकेशन किपरि फॉर्मेशन हेबो एसएमसी पीटीए देखंतु स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी कंपोजिशन ऑफ स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी थिला। ओके, 16 मेंबर्स थिले 2011 रे, किंतु ताहा एबे वृद्धि घटिछि 18 रु टोटाल 19 जन। ओके मेंबर। तेबे 2018 लेटर टी देखि नबा। देखंतु दिस इज द रिवाइज गाइडलाइंस ऑन कंपोजिशंस एंड फंक्शन ऑफ स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी। देखंतु 20 फरवरी 2018 लेटर नंबर 3766 नोटिफिकेशन। देखंतु सब्जेक्ट रिवाइज गाइडलाइंस ऑन कंपोजिशंस एंड फंक्शन ऑफ स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी। तेबे देखंतु सेटा एज पर द प्रोविजंस अंडर सेक्शन 21 ऑफ द आरसीएफसी एक्ट 2009 ए स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी शैल बी constituted in every school। ओके, रूल 3 ऑफ द ओडिशा राइट ऑफ चिल्ड्रन टू फ्री एंड कंपल्सरी एजुकेशन रूल 2010 indicates the compositions and function of the school management committee। Government after careful considerations have decided that the following revised guidelines shall be followed for the compositions and function of school management committee। ओके, देखंतु फर्स्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ स्टैंडिंग कमिटी ऑन एजुकेशन। गोटे स्टैंडिंग कमिटी हेबो, से स्टैंडिंग कमिटी रे जीपी बा ग्राम पंचायत रे हेबो द एक्जिस्टिंग स्टैंडिंग कमिटी ऑफ द जीपी will be co-opted as the standing committee on education। पंचायत स्तर रे गोटे स्टैंडिंग कमिटी रहबो। क्यों माने से स्टैंडिंग कमिटी रे मेंबर रहिबे। देखंतु द वार्ड मेंबर बा काउंसिलर बा कॉर्पोरेटर रहिबे। ओके, गोटे स्कूल रे बा गोटे गां रे अनेक वार्ड मेंबर थिले। जेउ क्षेत्र रे स्कूल टी थिबो सेही क्षेत्र अंतर्भुक्त वार्ड मेंबर रही पारिबे। तापरे सरपंच हेबे बा चेयरपर्सन मेयर ऑफ द जीपी एनएससी म्युनिसिपलिटी म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन सेल बी द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द स्टैंडिंग कमिटी। तापरे नायब सरपंच हेबे, वाइस चेयरपर्सन बा डेप्यूटी मेजर सेल बी। तापरे इलेक्टेड समिति मेंबर ऑफ द जीपी सेल बी। ओके, तापर एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर ऑफ द जीपी ए माने होई परिबे तापर द हेडमास्टर और हेडमिस्ट्रेस ऑफ द स्कूल ऑफ द जीपी तापर वन एजुकेशनिस्ट वन एमिनेंट रिटायर्ड टीचर preferable shall be nominated by the BU in the consultation with the Sarpanch. Okay. In case of non-availability, a person having minimum 5-7 years of experience or expertise in the field of education shall be selected as a member of the standing committee. तापर one member from educational background or from NGO or from youth club shall be nominated by the BUs of the concerned block. The head or president of the GP Mission Shakti Federation shall be a member. One health worker nominated by medical officer as invitee member. One Anganwadi worker nominated by CDPO as member. The GP NSC Municipal Area Headquarter CRCC shall coordinate the executive officer for convening the standing committee meeting. If there are more than one CRC in the GP, these CRC shall be the member of the standing committee. तेबे एई माने हेले स्टैंडिंग कमिटी रो मेंबर्स हेई परिबे. तेबे फंक्शन ऑफ द स्टैंडिंग कमिटी ऑन एजुकेशन एट जीपी रे स्टैंडिंग कमिटी रो काम कोन से माने लुक आफ्टर द एज लोकल अथॉरिटी काम करिवे. लुक आफ्टर द डेवलपमेंट एक्टिविटी इन एरिया ऑफ स्कूल एजुकेशन हेल्थ सैनिटाइजेशन पब्लिक वर्क्स एटसेट्रा इन द jurisdiction of GP. Okay. Then Sarpanch two representatives shall be present in the PTA meeting for SMC constitutions in all government aided school. It shall be periodically facilitated and review the implementation of the annual work plans for school within GP. देखंतु okay. तापर the standing committee of GP shall sit at least once in every 3 months in the academic year for the purpose of exchange of information coordination. 2 members from SMC, HM of headmaster and the chairperson of the school within the GP. तापर it shall resolve issue relating to information function SMC school within its jurisdictions. It shall monitor the teacher attendance after receiving the teacher absenteeism report from the SMC. It will concern action to be taken against the person concerned by the BDO or BUs. It shall fulfill the responsibility as local authority and take necessary action for implementation of the activity mapped in notification. The expenditure towards conducting standing committee meetings shall be met for GP fund. Okay. Then linking of standing committee with SMC and RT Act 2009. Maintenance of record of children, ensure admission and attendance of the children, provide special training to the children taken admissions on age appropriate basis, admission of children of migrant families, monitoring functioning of school including functioning of SMC, linking of standing committee with शिक्षा संवाद. देखंतु एटा linking of standing committee with block and जिला परिषद. तापर parent teacher association constitution किपरि हेबो देखंतु. PTA is a committed to be compromised of all teachers parents of the student of the school. 40% of total members shall be constitute quorum of the PTA meeting. The HM of the school convene the PTA meeting. Okay, in consultation with the CRCC and standing committee of the GP. CRCC shall finalize the date of PTA meeting of the school within its jurisdiction and submit the same of the standing committee. One nodal officer representative from the office of the BU shall attend the meeting. At least 2 elected members of the standing committee of GP. One register shall be maintained for the registration of parent teachers form 1. Okay, form 1 अच्छी city resolution होगा. Okay. The HM shall convey the rule and function of the PTA in the PTA meeting. The parent teacher association in each of the meetings shall select one of its members as the chairperson to preside over the meeting. The HM shall conduct selection by show of the hands. The time of the meeting shall be decided as per the convenience of the parents. Membership देखो the parents of the children studying in school and teacher working there where members of the PTA. The mothers shall be encouraged to participate in this meeting. Only one of the parents has the right to vote. PTA shall select member of school management committee in the event of the death of or transfer of residence of parent member from the local area of the school, or a parent member ceasing to be student guardian of his or her child's children was leaving the schools of otherwise his or her membership shall be seized. Okay, all the parents shall be automatically the member of the PTA by virtue of the admission of their wards. Function of PTA. PTA meeting shall be convened at least twice in a year, that is preferably March and last week of June. It may be more as per the need of the school. The HM shall be convener. The HM shall explain the power, the rule and the responsibility of parent teacher association to all parents. Every PTA shall take decision with regard to raising of contribution in shape of kind only in which in its opinions is required for the development of school infrastructure with the resolution of the SMC. Contribution in any kind shall not entail any liability on the part of the school. In case of high school having elementary section, PTA may accept contribution for welfare of the school. It shall be lawful for the PTA to accept contribution for the anybody, any organization in kind only. PTA shall select the SMC member of the constitution of SMC. HM shall issue a receipt of Form 2 as a token of receipt of the kinds. The minutes of the meeting shall be recorded by the HM in the minutes book in the Form 3 in a separate register and signed by the member of PTA present and countersigned by the chairperson. PTA shall discuss the day-to-day progress and requirement of the school and bring it to the notice standing committee through SMC. The association shall meet as often as necessary as but not less than 2 times in a year. The HM shall be the member convener. It shall be the duty of association to oversee the function of the school with regard to the following matter: ensuring universal access and enrollment, motivating regular attendance of the children, creating interest in the children for education, mobilization for collecting of contribution. तापर देखंतु school management committee. Okay, as per section 21 of right of children to free and compulsory education act 2009, read with rule 3 of the Odisha right of children to free and compulsory education rules 2010, the SMC shall be constituted in every elementary school other than an unaided school. High school having a primary upper primary school shall constitute the SMC. Okay, composition of school management committee. The member of the school management committee shall be elected from among the member of PTA. It shall consist of 19 member. 19 member रहिबे ए SMC रे within its jurisdiction as per the following specification. देखंतु a 12 parents member as described below. Male member 50%, female member 50%. Okay, male 50% देखंतु out of which at least one should belong to SC ST disadvantage. तेबे 12 रु 16 6 मेल एवं 6 फीमेल. ओके, 6 जन मध्यरु जने SC ST बा डिसएडवांटेज ग्रुप कम्युनिटी रो होइथिबे and one should belong to economically weaker section according to availability. ओके, तापर फीमेल रे मध्य सेही परी SC ST डिसएडवांटेज रु जने एवं इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन रु जने मस्ट. ओके, 6 जन मध्यरु जने SC ST थिबे. तेबे द रिमेनिंग 7 मेंबर ऑफ द कमिटी शैल बी फ्रॉम अमंग द फॉलोइंग पर्सन. तेबे ए 19 जन रु 12 जन मेंबर रहिबे, पेरेंट्स माने रहिबे. सेही पेरेंट्स माननक मध्यरु देखंतु SC ST कंपल्सरी अति कम रे जने लेखा रहिबा कथा मेल फीमेल रे. तापरे द रिमेनिंग 7 मेंबर ऑफ द कमिटी शैल बी फ्रॉम अमंग द फॉलोइंग पर्सन्स. एक्स ऑफिशियो मेंबर माने किए ही परबे 1 मेंबर सच एज वार्ड मेंबर. ओके, काउंसिलर corporator of the GP, NAC, municipality corporation in which the school exists. 1 health worker wa ASHA karmi working in the village as member. 1 Anganwadi worker working in nearest center as member. HM of the concern. Okay. तेबे 12 एटा 13 14 15 16 जन तापरे आ 3 जन देखंतु नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर. 1 member from among the teacher of the school. तापरे 2 student member, head of the student cabinet and head of मीना मंच. गुटे स्टाफ रु टीचर स्टाफ रु जने एवं स्टूडेंट मानक मध्यरु 2 जन. गुटे स्टूडेंट एई स्टूडेंट कैबिनेट रु एवं आ गुटे स्टूडेंट मीना मंच रु. ओके. The member, convener and the teacher member at 4th and 5th shall have no voting power in any selection or election process. Okay. Teacher किमा student किमा HM voting power रखी पारिबे नहीं. तापरे to manage its affair the committee shall elect a chairperson and vice chairperson from among the parents member. One of these two at least one must be women. तेबे पेरेंट टीचर मानक मध्य चेयरपर्सन हेबे, वाइस चेयरपर्सन हेबे. ए चेयरपर्सन किमा वाइस चेयरपर्सन जणे वुमेन हवा उचित. देन इन द इवेंट ऑफ डेथ ऑफ ट्रांसफर ऑफ रेजिडेंस ऑफ पेरेंट मेंबर फ्रॉम द लोकल एरिया ऑफ द स्कूल और पेरेंट मेंबर ऑफ सीजिंग टू बी स्टूडेंट गार्डियन फॉर हिज और हर चाइल्ड और चिल्ड्रन वर्ड्स लिविंग द स्कूल और अदरवाइज हिज मेंबर सेल बी सीज्ड. ले एसएमसी रो मेंबर सदस्यता इपरि हराइबे जदि पेरेंट्स से मेंबर रो डेथ होची किमा ता छुआ से स्कूल रु बाद पडुछंती तेबे तांकर मेंबर सीज हेबो. ओके. तापरे वार्ड मेंबर और काउंसिलर कॉर्पोरेटर ऑफ जीपी एमसी सेल होल्ड ऑफिस इन एक्स ऑफिसियो कैपेसिटी. ही और सी सेल सीज टू बी ए मेंबर ऑफ स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी एज एंड व्हेन she or he ceases to hold charge of his or her house. Okay. तापरे देखंतु any member of the school management committee other than member convener may at any time resign from the membership by sending a letter or resignation to the chairperson. Any member of the school SMC रो कोनोसी सदस्य other than the member convener may at any time resign करि परिबे, but such a resignation takes effect from the date on which the SMC accept it. जो तारीख रु SMC ग्रहण करथिबे सेही तारीख रु तहा इफेक्ट हेबो. ओके. एक्सेप्ट हेबो. ओके. इन ए मेंबर ऑफ स्कूल मैनेजमेंट कमिटी or SMC other than the member of conveners absents himself or herself from these 3 consecutive meeting without prior intimation to the chairperson, his membership shall ipso facto cease. The fact of not intimating prior to absence should find place in the proceedings of the meeting of the SMC. Vacancy of membership of the SMC other than ex officio members ceased due to resignation otherwise shall be filled up by PTA from among the same category of the member following the similar procedures as envisaged for each category on request of SMC within 30 days of occurrence of such vacancy. In case of transfer, retirement, death of the member convener or in case he or she remains on leave other than casual leave and optional holiday, the senior most teacher of the school shall remain in charge. Formation of school management committee. Okay. There shall be separate school management committee for each primary enterprise. In case of elementary school, 1 SME will be there. The PTA of the concerned school shall select the member of the SMC except the member convener, teachers and students. The election of such members shall be made in the open meeting PTA convened for the purpose by the HM institution as per the program communicated to them by the HM. At least 40% of the member PTA shall form the quorum for the meeting in which SMC shall be constituted. PTA meeting 40% membership जदि थिबो तेबे SMC formation होई परिबो. The committee formed in the manner prescribed para 3 to 1 above shall elect chairpersons and vice chairperson through election selection in first meeting to be held within a week of its formation. At least 8 members of the SMC shall form the quorum for any meeting of SMC. In case of voting, the member convener teacher member shall have no voting powers. In case of tie of votes, the final decision shall be taken through a lottery. Okay, तेबे quorum SMC रो 8 member हेवा कथा. In case of residential school STSC, the SMDC will be formed as per the guidelines issued for the purpose of this department. The SMC shall be 3 years from the date of election of chairperson of the SMC. देखंतु, this is the most important. SMC shall be 3 years. The term of the SMC shall be 3 years. Okay, 3 वर्ष term रही केबे ठेरू from the date of the election of chairperson. चेयरपर्सन निर्वाचन हेबा तारीख ठू एसएमसी रो सेई तारीख रु 3 वर्ष कार्यकाल. In case SMC becomes non-functional and does not evince any interest in development management of the school for 3 months, the member convener shall inform the same standing committee through CRCC, extending intimation to BO and request for formation a new SMC. On receipt of such intimations, a standing committee shall take a decision on dissolutions of the SMC and formation of a new committee within 15 days. Before dissolution of the so-called non-functioning SMC, an opportunity for hearing shall be given to the SMC. In case of the standing committee does not take any decision on formation of a new SMC within 30 days of reporting by HM, the BO shall take step for formations of new SMC after an inquiry. After obtaining such permission, a new SMC shall be formed. The following usual procedure. On formation of new committee, the old committee ipso facto stands dissolved. देखंतु, function of the school management committee. The school management committee in general shall plan for development of education institution for the feeding area of the school, conduct annual census of children at the age groups up to 6 and 6 plus to 14 as the case may be, ensure enrollment of all non-enrollment children through enrollment drive and their retention in the school till they complete the elementary stage of the education, ensure regularity of attendance of the children in the schools and prevent temporary discontinuance and drop out the children through persuasions of the parents. Monitor regular attendance of teacher. The teacher absenteeism shall be reported by the SMC to standing committee. SMC in particular shall help expansion of the augmentation of the facility of school as per need, beautify the school environment, develop playground, children's park and enrich plantation school campus, review and monitor school health program, ensure maintenance of the child profile incorporating health aspect, raise, maintain and manage school nurseries, school garden for implementing work education, ensure distribution of incentives such as midday meal, textbooks, other reading, writing materials, uniform, etc. and shall attend the emergent needs of the school as would be necessary at the time of unforeseen disaster or accidents like fire, flood, cyclone, etc. Also, the SMC will take care of the all-round safety and security of child inside the school campus. SMC will ensure all the children inside the school campus are free from all types of discrimination, abuse, corporal punishment and gender biasedness. Review coverage of the course of the study, shall ensure updating of VRs so as to update the database of UDIs, SDMIS, CTS for the proper implementation of SSA. RT SNC will ensure 100% coverage of all children under Aadhaar. Shall assist HM and other staff at the time of self-assessment of the school, and the self-assessment may be done jointly school staff and SNC members. Ensure excellence in overall performance of school children and review the progress of work and of the school and other curricular activity after the examination assessment is over. Organize Shiksha Mela, inter-school competition and sports. invites local artisans, experts of other occupation to the school and organize interaction with the students, identify the donor, motivate them to adopt school for the development activity, intimate the standing committee and the view about the contribution received in kind, assess a grant received and utilizations thereof, which is to be placed in the next PTA meeting. Ensure availability of the proceeding of the school management committee meeting at the inspecting authority as and when they visit, award the dedicated teacher for their contribution towards the development of the institution of the community as a whole, maintain proper and healthy relationships with the standing committee for development of school, adopt appropriate measures of maintain the properties and amenities of the school building, drinking water, toilet, playground, etc. Essential monitor conditions, safeness of the school building, classroom, toilet, other non-structural arrangement like electrification, fan installation, etc. Communicate in simple and creative ways to the population in the neighborhood of the school the right of the child as enunciated in part 3. Ensure the implementation of clauses A. तापरे monitor the teacher are not burdened with the non-academic duty other than these specified in section 27 of the RT Act. Ensure the enrollment, continue attendance of the children, monitor the maintenance of the norms, bring the notice of the local authority any deviations of the right of the child. Identify the needs, prepare school development planning. तापर monitor the identification, enrollment and facility of learning. After the completion of the cycle of elementary education, SMC shall ensure the issuance of certificate to the concerned child as per the section 32 of the Act and section 22 of the state rule. The HM of the school shall issue the certificate, monitor the implementation of the midday meal in the school, prepare an annual account of receipt and expenditure of the school in separate register. Government may entrust such other power, duties, responsibility to the SMC. The details of flow of the funds from SSART and other source of school SMC shall be communicated to the standing committee. Any money received by the committee for the discharge of its functions under RCFC Act shall be kept in separate account. The account shall be signed by the chairperson. The funds shall be utilized. The accounting of procurement procedure and audit of the account shall be specified as school and mass education. The SMC will conduct safely audit every quarter, both structural and non-structural, in the prescribed format by the government from time to time. The SMC will conduct annual mock trials. SMC देखो all these are grievance redressal. देखो in case of any dispute problem in the constitution or reconstitutions and functioning of the SMC, the BOs shall be the grievance redressal authority. तेबे एही परि भाबरे SMC फॉर्मेशन प्रक्रिया रही, ड्यूटी सब रही. देखंतु register to be maintained by the HM फॉर्म फॉर एटा देखंतु एही भाबरे SMC गठन होइथे, PTA गठन होइथे, standing committee गठन होइथे. Thank you friends, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. See you again soon.